There's a running Rotten Tomatoes pool in the office right now, and everyone's betting where it's going to fall.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you betting?
I have 57.
57?
Which basically means that fans of Mighty Morphin are going to have a lot of fun with it. And that's all I want from this movie.
That's all I want to,
but, you know, when you say Power Rangers, people are going to give it a hard time no matter what.
Of course.
Which is unfortunate.
Segue into introductions. I'm Greg Alba. How are you? With me, Perri Nemiroff.
Oh, Nemiroff now.
Nemiroff. Roof. It's the accent, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Perri Nemiroff. From House Targaryen.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I'd be a Targaryen now.
You'd be a Lannister for sure.
No.
Perri, who you know from Collider videos, and P. Nemiroff on Twitter and Instagram. Follow her there. Perri is a fan of Power Rangers. That's why she's giving it a reasonably decent score on Rotten Tomatoes.
I want this movie to be good.
But she is saying the critic score will not reflect her own opinion necessarily.
There's a chance.
Because the audience score might be a lot higher.
I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous. I want everybody to love it. I want everybody to understand why I love Mighty Morphin so much.
Of course.
And it's just like every time I talk about it, they're like, this movie's gonna suck no matter what. And you know, it's goofy and fun.
I think it's.
That's all I want.
If I have a fun time and I'm entertained,
that's all that matters.
That's all that matters in my life. Clip's called Real. What an
That's intense.
So cheesy. I love it. Real.
This must have been here for millions of years. I mean, look how the rock has grown around it.
I don't like this place.
Uh-oh.
Hey, guys.
I'm in high school.
This already looks different from the source material.
Very, very true.
I feel like they're gonna walk in there and find a xenomorph. I'd be fine if that happened. The Power Rangers purist, but that's fine by me.
What? Think there's aliens in this? Be quiet, Jack.
It's so cold in here.
Jason, is this real? Like, are we really in a spaceship right now?
I think so. Just breathe, okay?
Something funny is about to happen.
Okay.
Quiet.
Alfalfa's gonna appear or something.
There's something.
Just call it Alfalfa.
Yeah.
Alpha 5.
Alpha 5, I know.
Whoa! What was that? Oh.
Pretty crazy designs, actually.
It looks good.
Oh my god! There's no way out! Guys!
Let's go! Now, let's go!
Action.
What's happening?
Come on.
It's Alpha, right?
It has to be.
Whoa, Alpha's got some power.
Oh, okay.
He's got some powers.
That was solid.
Is there a line?
You're real!
You're real.
You're real. Oh, that's why it's called Real.
Okay.
That's why it's called Real. So this got sent over from Rick Gainey. Rick Gainey, who sent me several videos on our Facebook, which I don't check as often as I should in the messages. Just tired of receiving all these dick pics, you know?
Yeah. Is that why you don't check your Twitter messages too?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm keep thinking you're
bummer.
going to send me dick pics, Perri.
I will not be sending any of those.
I'm getting a better sense of, I mean, that's a very specific scene. I don't think that's a scene that will, like, really be a defining scene for the whole movie.
No, not at all.
Because it's misleading. It's making it seem like they're into something scary, and then Alpha 5 shows up.
Yeah. It shows their chemistry, which is
their
nice. It's
chemistry.
something that I really wanted to see, and
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if that was the most innovative and even like real feeling dialogue ever. It's like a scene
But
like
I like that.
I would love to be a Power Ranger, but at the same time, a scene like that, it must suck to be an actor. Could you imagine them walking around set for God knows how long and being like, react like this? Like,
Yeah.
I would feel so stupid doing that. But they sold it well. I think it worked well
They
enough.
did sell it well, because I'm kind of hoping that the acting was a little cheesy.
Yeah,
because
that it's supposed to be goofy.
I feel like when people, I know, like, as the Power Rangers, because I grew up on, like, the OG Power Ranger show.
Yeah.
I've said before that, like, I'm okay with it being cheesy because that show was
It
incredible.
was so cheesy. Have you
even
rewatched some
during
now?
its time. Nah, not lately,
Oh,
but
it's on Netflix. You should.
What?
Mighty Morphin is on Netflix.
It is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna marathon that. Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll just put on some Power Rangers because it's fun.
Even when I was a kid, though, while it was airing, I was like, this is really cheesy. Even when I was a kid, I was aware. It wasn't like a movie you look back on and go, or show you look back
You
on and
make
go.
me feel bad because I guess I might have been aware, but I didn't care and I took it so seriously.
Oh, you did?
I just remember when it would air, I was sitting on the bus to school and having full-blown
Yeah,
discussions,
it was
like
always
serious
cool.
discussions about what the characters were up to.
See, I felt that way about the first Power Rangers movie with
Okay.
Ivan Ooze. I thought, man, I wish that would be a question for me on the Schmodown.
We need
Yeah.
some Power Rangers questions
Yeah, like,
on
who was
Schmodown.
the villain in the first Power Rangers
Oh,
movie?
God.
That movie, I thought, like, that was actually a really serious, cool movie. And then when I watched it later, I was like, oh, it's
not,
pretty
yeah.
corny,
Not
actually.
even-
Yeah.
none of it is serious at all. I do want a serious Power Rangers movie or TV show. It's like the Adi Shankar one.
Yeah, the Adi Shankar one. Yeah,
I like
that was great.
that quite a bit.
That was really cool. I'm okay with like the cheesy acting. That was a really dark scene. When I see the trailers, that tends to be my only concern is that it'll become like a Josh Trank movie where it just goes into like, okay, you're taking yourself too seriously. And that's the only thing I
know.
don't want from it is to take itself too seriously.
I don't think they would do that. I mean, the trailers haven't really done that too much. They,
True.
You know, the first trailer definitely made it feel more of like a serious coming of age story.
Yeah.
But ever since, like the more and more promos that drop, it does feel like they're having fun. And like that last one that showed finally the Zords in action
Yeah.
with the big Goldar, you can't take that seriously.
That's
and
true.
Dean Israelite is a good director. I feel like he didn't really get a fair shot with Project Almanac. Actually, in a similar situation with this, just because people were like, oh, it's teen found footage, it's gonna suck. And then everyone just said it sucked. You know, it was a little rough around the edges in some respects, but I think that was one heck of a first feature, so I have my fingers crossed for him.
Wow, Perry, I've had several people with me when I, like, over the course of many Power Rangers trailers, and
Did I convince you?
I feel like you've really opened my mind to being more optimistic about this movie.
Success.
Because I've been like right in the middle of I'm hopeful, but I'm doubtful. This has led me more to
Oh, I'll give you that.
I'm a little more open to it now.
There's a little part of me. I
Wow.
think it's just because I care so much
Yeah.
that you know, I can't help but to be a little worried.
Well, you seem like a
I want it
true
to be
fan,
great.
though.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
true fan who's riding the optimistic wave right now, as you
Trying,
should be.
yes.
And you seem like you have well judged. Like if this was a movie fights, I feel like
I'd have
you'd
a good
have a
argument.
good
at
argument
this
for
point.
why to look forward to Power Rangers.
I hope it would be the same after why to see it, but
Yeah.
we have to wait and see at this
That
point.
was
I want
great.
my screening invites so badly.
And you're right about the whole xenomorph thing. Because,
Well.
yeah, I was like, yeah, it does look
I
like
got
an
Alien on the brain
alien
right
set.
now for
Yeah.
obvious reasons.
Alpha 5,
Yeah.
this whole arm thing, you couldn't do that.
Not in the
Not in the show?
no.
There's two ways to react to this. One, that's cool. Two, you're ruining my childhood by adding that. Which one
no.
should I go with?
Definitely the latter, because look at everything though, and I've been saying this a lot
You
with
mean the
everything.
format? Go with that's cool.
You go with that's cool. What order did you say it?
I said that's cool.
It's been a
and
long
then-
day.
I
Go
mean,
with the good
I just
one.
don't want you to come across
no.
like you don't understand.
Oh God.
The latter and former,
well,
you know,
I'll tell you, doing things on it's like you don't. I think on one video recently I said irregardless,
Irregardless.
and it really upset me. And I caught it after I said, and like there's no backtracking and erasing
Yeah.
those things. Well, I'm glad you got my back.
Yeah. I just
Whatever the
want
positive
to make
one,
you look good.
whatever
Yeah.
the positive one was, that's the one I'm going with. If you look at the Power Ranger suits and you look at the Zords, you have to update Alpha to that degree also.
True. Although, wouldn't you, I feel like Alpha's one of the few characters they could have kept practical effects.
That's a fair point. They could have. The way that Alpha looks now, I don't find too jarring because it matches everything else. But at the same time, I don't think practical would have been all that crazy of an idea either.
Especially if it was just one character.
You would think they could have gone that route.
Okay. Well, Perry, you've convinced me. I mean, I was already going to buy a ticket to this, regardless.
Irregardless.
Irregardless.
Not a word. Not a word.
So, I'm sure you guys are excited for this too. I know how to close out videos very smoothly.
I can tell.
Yeah,
I can tell.
know
You're
exactly what I'm
you're
doing.
0 for 2 at this point.
And Ricky Gervais, thanks for asking again
Not
about
his
this.
name.
Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Perri Nemiroff. Perri Nemiroff. Perri Nemiroff
PLN.
of the Stark House. is on Collider videos as well. And she has a Twitter and Instagram, Perri Nemiroff.
Yeah.
There's just this spelling right here for you guys, so you don't get dumb and go with the latter thought you had, or former. I don't know. I shouldn't.
I
have
mean,
used any of those
irregardless,
words.
they'll
Doesn't
figure it
appear-
out.
Yeah. Call back.